Take a look at this guy, Nick Giffen, absolutely crushing it this time of year and any time of year, truly, when it comes to NASCAR, up 73 plus units. Look at that return of investment. Guy is locked in on the racetrack. We are lucky to have Nick Giffen joining us now as we get set for NASCAR action this coming weekend. Nick, get us started here. Give us the lay of the land in terms of what you would like to bet for this coming weekend, and we'll start with the best bet.
Yeah, absolutely. So the NASCAR Cup Series is racing at Phoenix Raceway this weekend. It is the final race of the season, and the championship will be decided. But in addition to the championship, there's also the race win. So my best bet for this weekend is we're going to bet Kyle Larson to win the race at plus 1,500. Now, Kyle Larson is not eligible for the Drivers' Championship. And a little quirk, since they started the single race championship format back in 2014, a driver eligible to win the championship has also won the race every single time since 2014. So that normally wouldn't bode well for Kyle Larson to win the race at plus 1,500. But by another little quirk, thanks to Kurt Busch's concussion in the regular season and then a cascading series of events, Kyle Larson is actually in contention for what we call the Owners' Championship, which is basically a team championship. So his number 5 team was able to make it through to the finals by a weird series of events over his teammate Chase Elliott's team. So that weird quirk means Kyle Larson still has a championship to race for. This has not happened in this current format since 2014. So I actually do think there is plenty of motivation for Kyle Larson to win, plenty of reason for Hendrick Motorsports, his team, to give him a car to win, and there will be focus on trying to get him across the finish line first, just as much as his teammate Chase Elliott, who is eligible for the Drivers' Championship. So really like Kyle Larson plus 1,500. He is the defending NASCAR Cup Series champion, which means he won this race last year at Phoenix. My model, without taking into consideration motivating factors around the championship, would ordinarily make Larson the race favorite. So I love this plus 1,500 value.
Very good. So as we pick apart the layers of the Cup Series championship, let's get a pick for the Truck Series championship.
Yeah, so there are 3 races this weekend. On Friday night, the Truck Series will be racing. On Saturday, the Xfinity Series will be racing. And on Sunday, of course, is the Cup Series race. So for the Truck Series, of course, we also have 4 drivers eligible to win the championship. My pick to win the championship in that race is Zane Smith. So that means all he has to do is he has to finish ahead of the other 3 drivers, Ty Majeski, Ben Rhodes, or Chandler Smith. So he doesn't necessarily have to win the race, just has to finish ahead of him. I like him because he has been the most consistent driver this year, and he has done well at the shorter, flat tracks. I wouldn't bet him. I'd wait and hold out for maybe better odds because more books will post throughout the week, but I do like him as my pick to win the championship.
All right, elsewhere this weekend, you're also going to wait and see on this, but what is your current lean on the next race we'll discuss?
Yeah, so for the Xfinity Series championship, the 4 drivers eligible are Noah Gragson, Josh Berry, and Justin Allgaier. 3 of those 3 guys are teammates, and then there's Ty Gibbs. So I think it's going to be one of the teammates. I'm picking Josh Berry to win the championship. Much like Zane Smith, he's good at these short, flat tracks. He's won at Martinsville, finished 3rd at Phoenix earlier this year. Now, I will want to say something about this Xfinity race. Ty Gibbs is also a co-favorite right now, but I don't think he's going to win. He's got to battle 3 Junior Motorsports teammates, and there's a 4th Junior Motorsports teammate, Sam Mayer, who's not eligible for the championship, and he spun out this past weekend his own teammate, Brandon Jones, which would have let Brandon Jones get into this championship race. He just flat out dumped him. So Brandon Jones, ironically enough, is going to be a teammate next year of these Junior Motorsports guys. So it's really 5-on-1 against Ty Gibbs here. So I can't go with Gibbs. I'm going to go with Josh Berry as my pick to win the Xfinity Series championship.
All right, before we let you go, we want to get one more pick from you. A Cup Series champion. Again, all these races going down at Phoenix Raceway in Phoenix, Arizona. And you're going to go to someone here, I believe, that is towards the top of the board.
Yeah, absolutely. So Christopher Bell right now is currently the 2nd favorite behind Chase Elliott, according to the books. You can get him at plus 290. But my statistical model actually makes Christopher Bell the favored driver to win the championship, which means I find betting value there. My model has Bell 32.2% likely to win the championship, which equates to about plus 210, plus 211 fair odds. So definitely like plus 290 value. Christopher Bell leads my current form. He leads in similar track types. He is my pick to win the NASCAR Cup Series championship for 2022.
All right, folks, you got to be very careful when you're looking at this. Again, he's talking the actual Cup Series champion here is picked to win the race. He likes Larson, and you can, of course, find the latest odds over at BetMGM.